Good morning everyone, welcome to sunny Morocco. So this weekend we're going to have a little bit of a weekend away and a bit of a night away. So we're going to head to a place called Taroudant. So there's an oasis nearby and there is like a walled Medina nearby. So we're going to go and just have a night away and just have a bit of relaxing. So we've been set off quite early this morning. So the plan is we're going to stop off at the petrol station on the way past. We've got the best part of a full tank of diesel, but I want just to put a bit of air in the tyres and see if they've got any engine coolant as well. But like I say, mum riding shotgun and beef sitting in the back. So we're just pulled over just to get something to eat because the beef fell asleep. But just to show you where we are, obviously there's the motorhome, just sitting there, an absolutely packed service station, and then this is the view. It's pretty barren, and I'm not sure whether you can see it on the camera, but all the mountain tops there. So a bit of a Morocco top tip for you guys who have been here, who may not know, or the guys that are going to come here soon for the first time. Some of the nicest places that you can eat is service stations and petrol stations. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get something to eat because I'm starving. Hey. When we first got to Morocco last year, there's no way we would have been brave enough to have done this, and I suppose that's a testament really to how far we've come. You know, despite spending a lot of time in Agadir or whatever, it being a tourist area, we're probably some of the only tourists here, and I'm not worried, not nervous, not scared, just walking around like everybody else. It's an old one that, isn't it? To be fair, I wish we could sit in the sun because we could just sit here and just people watch all day. There's just always something going on. It's just literally, it's non-stop. The beauty of coming to Morocco and having a motorhome that's got air conditioning is that by the time you've walked sort of 15 minutes to get back to the motorhome, the first thing that you do is you throw the air conditioning on full whack, 16 degrees, and within 5 minutes the motorhome's ice cold. Only problem is it runs on 230 volt and we've left the 230 volt cable back at Atlantica Park, so we can't even put the air conditioning on. So at the moment we've got all the blinds up. It's going to be like a sweatshop in there. The beef's asleep, so we can't go inside, we can't put them inside the motorhome. It's going to be ridiculously hot, but we're not complaining, are we?
No.
The master plan is get back, try and catch an hour of the Stoke game, research exactly where we've got to come tomorrow to see the cool stuff that we want to see, and then just try and sit in the shade somewhere and let everywhere cool down. A mint teapot on top of a bit of a statue. Not quite sure what that's about, but it's 28 degrees and it is absolutely melting. So we've just been stopped by a guy who asked us if we wanted to have a ride on his horse to go and have a look at the 7 kilometres of walls in Taroudant. But that my lady said that's about 6.5 kilometres too far. It's about 100 degrees. And we found a big blue circle on a map. So we wanted to try and find out what it was. And it looked like it's an old public pool of some sort. Looks as though it's empty now. It's just here. So whether it's had water in it at some point, and they had fountains. But look, wall. It's a hell of a lot of walls. The excitement once again is too much for some. So this is where we've stopped and have something to eat. It's right at one end of the town. Sort of feels like it shouldn't be here at all. It's got like all these different walk-in bits where you can eat in there, or little benches here. A massive door, is that wood? No, it's metal. As you walk down, there's a bike in the bush. And it opens up into this. We've just sat there. It's absolutely amazing. Like, when we show you outside, it just looks like it shouldn't be here. And this is the arch to get us out, this old banger. And all the mountains over there. It's amazing. Then a little bit less amazing is the quality of the road onto the air. I'll show you that in the morning. This is the outside of the old wall of the Medina. So they're obviously using bits of wood to hold it up. I'm assuming a lot of this is earthquake damage. Looks like it could fall at any time, really. I mean, this, for what is a relatively basic air, is absolutely heaving. It must be every space that's full. Right round, not a single UK van, every single one of them is French. 2 German, 1 Swiss. Very busy. Good morning, everyone. I always find it quite therapeutic being in places like here. When we were here yesterday afternoon, it was absolutely heaving, and I just think it's just so peculiar to go to these places when it's, well, considerably quieter. So this is part of the wall into the old Medina there, mosque there. I'm not sure why you'll be able to see it on the camera, but just over there you can see the hills. So that's the Anti-Atlas Mountains over there. And like I say, just considering from, you know, 12 hours ago, 15 hours ago, that this whole area would have been chock-a-block with people, with traffic, donkeys, horses, you name it, it would have been here yesterday. I think I want to get on a horse today. I think I'm going to get one of those tours that go around the 7 kilometres of the wall. So, saves me walking. So he walked out in front of a man on a scooter, like an old amusement arcade, little bumper cars. Some of the longest Medina walls we've seen probably since Marrekech, I would have thought. So the plan today is horse ride and then go and see some other stuff. There's an oasis nearby. I'm a bit worried that my steering started to shake when I'm turning slowly, so hopefully that isn't going to stress me out too much, but I'm going to need to get that checked out really. I'm a nervous driver. So after a walk through the mazy Medina, we ended up at Les Arcades Cafe and Restaurant in some sort of a square. But if you just look here, it's absolutely rammed. There's loads and loads and loads of people sitting down selling stuff and bits and pieces, and we're going to hopefully now try and find a horse and cart so we can get taken around the city, because it's just a bit too hot for us to be walking. And no doubt you'll see it if we manage to find an horse. I'm not sure after eating them brochettes I should have got straight on the horse. It's a bit of a rackety old thing. You can't have it. You can't have it. You can't have it. Well, we're going to spend 1 hour around, and he's going to drop us off at the camping car, which will do us a favour. It's a 20-odd minute walk back. So before we show you the horse-drawn footage around Taroudant, I thought I'll quickly show you the camping car place where we are. So we'll put a link for it down below. I'm going to try and start leaving reviews on places that we go, like park-ups and stuff like that, because we started doing it and then just forgot. So here we go. So this is the road in. Come from the main road, come down this road here. You've obviously got this Medina wall all alongside here, which looks like part of the original Medina wall. It's pretty bumpy on the way in. And then we couldn't believe how many vans there was here. But loads of these vans look like they must come here for the winter. And I just think it's going to cost us 50 dirhams without electric. Got that sorted in the end. Minor confusion. Anyway, so like I say, some of these are just on chocks, but some of them have got full camping setups or whatever, and look like they've been here for ages and ages and ages. Look like they're going to stay for ages and ages and ages. And I just think, once you've been here a week, what are you doing with your time? I mean, once you, you know, the Medina's nice and that, but after a week, what are you doing? But we were the only UK van on the whole with this one. That's obviously the beast there. That's been there a long time, that. That's the same. I'll show you the horses.